Tootie 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 doo. Hello, how is everybody today? I seem to be delayed on my screen. This is so very weird. Huh. It must be because I was doing some crazy things earlier and trying to get some things to work. If there are any strange lags in the broadcast this morning, if my voice does not sync with my video, let me know. I seem to be running on slow motion on my monitor. I don't know if you can see any of that, but good morning and welcome to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news from our city, our state, and our country. And we also take a look at whatever it is that you bring to the table. And I'm always looking forward to see what you know and what you learn and what your questions are and what you're curious about. So we're going to see how today flows. As always, I welcome everybody to the broadcast, and particularly those of you that are new. If you are, bandwidth is a little low, isn't it, Daniel? That's what I'm noticing here. So do forgive me if things are not looking the way they're supposed to. I hope we're going to have a manageable broadcast. It's nothing that I can change from my end, unfortunately. Anyhow, as always, we welcome those of you that are watching live for the first time. If that is your case, feel free to write the word new in your comments and we'll give you a nice little welcome. If there is something truly important that you wish to share with everybody, just add a capital letter Q at the beginning of it and we'll take a look at it and we will share it with everybody else. But let's start with the news for this morning. And of course, as expected, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador traveled to Campeche yesterday to inaugurate the first stretch of the Maya train from Campeche to Cancun after 3 years of construction. The first stretch is 473 kilometers long and features 14 stations or 14 stops. The Cancun to Palenque stretch, which would be the second one to be inaugurated, will be inaugurated on December 31st, while the remaining 3 stages of the entire route will not be completed until the end of February. It is worth remembering that at some point, President López Obrador had said that the train was going to be truly affordable. Then the ticket prices were announced and half of Mexico, as in the middle and the lower class, went like, wait a second, this is too expensive. So now López Obrador is pushing for the train to be as affordable as possible and with prices that are less than what it would take to do the same route on a bus. Now, what is this first stretch that was inaugurated? If you look at this map shows you the entire route. And of course, the red line is what represents the stretch that was inaugurated. So it's from over here to over there. Whoop. So, I'm starting to get excited. Of course, I want to go do the whole thing. I will wait till they figure out the kinks, and I suggest you do the same. Now, moving right along, according to information provided by the Federal Ministry of Tourism, Puerto Vallarta is set to become the vacation destination with the highest occupancy rate as the year ends, with an expectation of 82.6 hotel rooms being sold. I wonder what kind of amenities come with a 0.6% room, and that deserves a boom boom. Thank you. And a close second destination to Puerto Vallarta is Riviera Maya with an expected 81.1% and Cancun with an 80.6%. What does this mean for us locals? Well, this is the time to go supermarket shopping before Christmas. Not next week. Do it this weekend, because next week it's going to be a little nuts, I am sure. Puerto Vallarta's federal deputy Bruno Blancas presented his second activity report. It is worth remembering that we have two deputies, one that oversees legislation here in our city or our municipality, and a federal deputy who represents our best interests as a municipality at the federal level. So what did Deputy Blancas have to report that may be of interest to our viewers? Well, he's been working hard at coordinating with the municipality of Bahía de Banderas in Nayarit to pursue the conclusion of the Federación Bridge before the end of 24. We are reminded that this new or no longer new highway from Guadalajara is going to expedite travel time, and it's going to increase the number of people that choose to take the highway. But unless this Federación Bridge is finished, it's going to create a funnel as you enter the bay, and it's going to be ugly, and we don't want any part of that. Now, this is funny, or at least funny to me, according to Electoral Council person Claudia Alejandra Vargas from the Federal Electoral College, and according to the guidelines of the Morena Party, Puerto Vallarta has to have a woman mayor in the coming term in order to abide by gender parity guidelines. What does this mean? Well, for starters, Mayor Michel cannot be considered as a pre-candidate for the next term. Wrong gender. But now even Mayor Michel's wife has gotten in on the list of potential pre-candidates for the mayor of Puerto Vallarta position. So you gotta love Mexican politics. If I am reading this right, and I'm not sure that I am, because these political things are always complicated to me, but if I'm reading this right, if we have, or if we elect a male mayor, well, forget about election. If the parties nominate a male candidate for the mayorship of Puerto Vallarta for the next term, that means there's something dirty going on, or as we say in Spanish, there is some chanchullo. Chanchullo. That's a great word. I haven't said that word in a while. And the same thing applies for Luis Munguia, another well-known pre-candidate. Luis Munguia is a council member for the city of Puerto Vallarta. Yes, he's handsome and he's got a nice face, but he's gotten himself in all kinds of trouble in the past. Not worth getting into it right now. Again, we don't want to dive in too deeply into this mayor candidate business until we get to the actual candidates. Or to look at it differently, I'm sparing you the confusion of too many names until we have the definitive candidates for mayor of our city. Then we can break them down and talk about their advantages and disadvantages. And now let us take a quick look at the weather forecast to see what's going. Oh, ouch. Snarky Weather says the sun is fucking bright. Well, no problem with that. It is 27 degrees right now. Humidity is at 62%, and our weather forecast says we're going to have clear skies in the morning with partly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 29 and a low of 19. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be a humid day with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 29 and a low of 21. And we will begin next week with mostly clear skies in the morning on Monday, with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 29 and a low of 20. Let me see. Oh, I'm still looking a little low bandwidth. I don't know what's going on with the broadcast this morning, but I hope it is okay at your end. I have a couple of just show and tells to share with you for the second half of the program. The first one is, we complain about iguanas and garrobos. We complain about crocodiles. Just be happy that you don't live in Monterrey, my hometown, where it is not at all unusual to see bears just going through your trash in residential areas that are close to the surrounding mountains in the city of Monterrey. If yes, I would find a small garrobo or an iguana shocking. I've had that experience in another life, well, another apartment here in town, and it is not pretty. But the sight of taking my trash out and seeing a ginormous bear going through it is not something that I would enjoy or recommend. Of this, I am sure. And yesterday, I want to let you know, I took a multi-purpose trip to Macro Plaza. I love shopping at Macro Plaza. Sometimes friends ask me which is my favorite supermarket, and it really boils down to what I need. Yesterday I needed to go to the fabric store, to the office supply store, to the yarn store. Yes, I cheated and got a little purchase. And I needed to go grocery shopping, and I can find all those four things at Macro Plaza. And I was quite surprised to find that another Chinese import store is opening. And this one looks rather large. Of course, it was difficult to take good photographs because the windows were filthy. They're going in on the first level right under where the cinemas, the multiplex, is located. The company seems to be called Zengda China. I looked for them on Facebook and I couldn't find any information. But again, just from looking at the size of the space and all the setup in the racks, it seems like this place is going to open sometime in the very near future. I'm sure they would like to open before Christmas because, well, just because. Why not? And there you have it. Let me now take a look at your comments to see what's on your mind this morning. Lots of good mornings. Christy Frederick, my dear friend, I just want to tell you that I love you and that last night you sent me such a thoughtful message, but I was in some green planet and unable to acknowledge. So all is good and I miss you, and I will send you a nice little message later on today. Let's see what we have. I'm so addicted to this show that when the clock ticks past 10:30, I get nervous that there's a problem. Oh, Albert. Yes, I didn't start broadcasting this morning till 10:32. I was having fun with some gear and I just got distracted. But here we are. Do my eyes deceive me, says Muffin. After a 3-month wait, our Puerto de Luna pool is being filled with water. Oh, congratulations. You have a swimming pool to get into at the coolest time of the year. But how exciting that your pool is back. I imagine that the pool would be comfortable in the middle of a sunny day. And according to our weather report, it is fracking sunny today. Let's see. Yes, a bit out of sync. My bad. John says, should I call Carlos Slim and ask for more bandwidth? Please do. Yes, we can always use more bandwidth. Let's see. Aha! Ruta Mushi is in our neighborhood today in front of Barrio Bistro. Oh, that's right. They're taking part of some sort of bazaar that is going on today at Barrio Bistro. And I know that I read that, but I didn't see a calendar event. If I can find something, I will be happy to share it with you, but just know that there's some kind of bazaar going on at Barrio Bistro, and the Ruta Mushi bus is scheduled to be there. Yay, thanks for the reminder, Rita. Much appreciated. And what else? Oh, there's another cue. Maybe we need a Paco class about local politics combined with raicilla tasting. Only way to make sense of it all. That is such a great idea, Albert. At a couple of music events, people have asked me, can you tell us about what's going on? And essentially, my go-to response has been, as soon as all the final candidates for each party are determined by the parties, both for the president of Mexico, the governor of Jalisco, and the mayor of Puerto Vallarta, then I would love to put something together to help us all better understand who brings what to the table. Mark says, I met Sandy from Boston last night. Very interesting woman. Yes, I've been grateful to know Sandy for many years. Well, let's put it this way. 30? No, not quite. Like 26 years I've known Sandy. And yes, she is a fascinating woman. She is involved with the new community theater group here in town, Teatro Sin Borders. So she retired. She came to Puerto Vallarta. And I'm glad that she can put all her community theater experience to good use in our city. And this brings us to the end of today. Yay! I was telling a friend of mine that I am just so happy that I have food in the pantry, yarn on my table, scheduled shows on Netflix. All is good. I am ready to greet the holidays, and I hope you are too. Thank you for this low bandwidth broadcast. I'll take a look at my settings to make sure that it's not something I said. And I wish you an amazing weekend. And I'll see you again sometime in the near future. Take care.